Welcome to Eggs and Issues, a monthly business program presented by the Portland Community Chamber, with presenting sponsors Bank of America, Martins Point Healthcare, and WEX, in cooperation with IDEX Laboratories, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, and Oxford Networks, and television sponsor WMTW News 8, with production support by Headlight Audio Visual. And now, please welcome the Portland Community Chamber President, Bill Becker of Key Private Bank.
Good morning, and welcome to Eggs and Issues. This is the Portland Community Chamber's monthly business forum, where we gather to discuss business issues of the day. My name is Bill Becker, and I'm at Key Private Bank, and I'm the volunteer president of the Portland Community Chamber. Our special guest today is Melissa Smith, president of WEX. She will speak about how WEX has grown from a handful of employees in 1983 to more than 1,400 employees worldwide, with operations in 5 countries. A few words of thanks for our sponsors. Our program is made possible through the generous support of our sponsors, all of them leaders in the greater Portland business community. Please hold your applause until I've mentioned all of them. Presenting sponsors, Bank of America, Martins Point Healthcare, and WEX. Cooperating sponsors, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, IDEX, and Oxford Networks. Reception sponsors, Clark Insurance and Key Bank. Overall production support of Eggs and Issues is provided by Headlight Audio Visual, and our program is broadcast by our friends at Time Warner Cable's on-demand channels 1, 950, or 1040. You can get it whenever you want it now. Our print sponsor is The Forecaster. Our e-media sponsor is Main Biz. Radio sponsor is WGAN, who interview our speakers and broadcast live right here every month. We'd also like to welcome a new broadcast sponsor, WMTW TV. We thank our special community partners, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Northeast Delta Dental, and the Portland Press Herald, Maine Sunday Telegram, pressherald.com. Now, please join me in thanking all of our sponsors for their generous support of Eggs and Issues. Our Tomorrow's Leaders program allows high school students to attend Eggs and Issues during the academic year. We'd like to thank our sponsors, AAA Northern New England and Springborn Staffing, for their support of this program. We would like to welcome many students to our event this morning. We have students from Westbrook High School and Catherine McCauley High School. Students, please stand and be recognized. We'd also like to thank Springborn Staffing and AAA Northern New England for their support of our program, Tomorrow's Entrepreneurs. This program allows students from Southern Maine Community College's Entrepreneur Program to attend Eggs and Issues for free. Please welcome students and faculty from SMCC. Baker Newman Noyes sponsors our Community Corner program, which allows area nonprofits to promote their organizations at Eggs and Issues. Our Community Corner partner this morning is the Center for Grieving Children. For children and families confronting loss, change, and grief when someone close to them dies or is seriously ill, the Center for Grieving Children is an oasis of loving support. Trained volunteers and the support of the local community keep their services for free for families. Founded in 1987, the center today reaches more than 4,000 people annually and depends on funding from individuals, businesses, foundations, and the United Way. Programs include bereavement support groups, multicultural peer support programs in partnership with the Portland Public Schools, and additional outreach services. Their website is cgcmaine.org, and they're having a great golf tournament next week. If you're not already going, you should go. With us today from the Center for Grieving Children are Executive Director Ann Lynch, Development Director Elise Tipson, and Eliza Warren, Development and Communications Coordinator. Thank you for joining us today. Would you stand? So there's good news about the Chamber. It's growing. In the last few months, we've added more than 80 members to the Chamber, And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome any new members of the Chamber to please stand and be recognized today. You'll see the list on the screen in front of you. New Chamber members, please stand up. We're also proud to welcome members of our Portland Veterans Network, our comprehensive free program for unemployed and student veterans, focusing on jobs, wellness, educational, and networking opportunities. Thank you for being here. I'd also like to point out that we have with us today, and I'd like to say hello and welcome to Joan Benoit Samuelson, our Olympic gold champion. Joan. I do want to take this opportunity to highlight the Portland Community Chamber's support for the redevelopment of the Congress Square Plaza and our gratitude to all the councilors who have supported the project up to this point. Many of our members have been active proponents of the project for more than a year, and Chris O'Neill, the Portland Community Chamber's City Hall liaison, has testified in favor of the Rockbridge Capital sale numerous times. We believe that this has been an exhaustive process and all voices have been heard, and as the plan has evolved, listening to public comment, we think that we've gotten to a good point and that we should support this project. The proposal puts back a piece of land on the Portland tax rolls, creates additional needed meeting and event space, and will complement the significant investment that has been made in the new Westin Portland Harborview Hotel that will open in just a few months. We're very hopeful that the full City Council will vote to complete the sale of a portion of the plaza when they meet again on Monday. If you have an opportunity to communicate your support for this important redevelopment project to councilors, we urge you to do that now and to thank them for their hard work. Now, Chris Hall, if you've noticed, has stepped out. I'm told that he's attending this morning's grand opening of Bonton, one of the newest members of the Chamber. And as you know, we have our annual Leadership Awards program coming up in a few weeks. I'm sure he's getting himself a fabulous outfit. Following Melissa's remarks, we'll have a question and answer session. For this portion of the event, please use the microphone closest to your table and pose your question, identifying yourself and the name of your organization. And now on to our speaker. Melissa D. Smith is president of WEX, Inc. Previously, Melissa served as president of the Americas at WEX and was responsible for the strategy and execution of the Americas operation, while ensuring that strategies supporting the company's international expansion efforts are being adequately supported by the Americas team. Melissa's experience at WEX has included leadership roles in the areas of finance, operations, information technology, and business development. While serving as Chief Financial Officer and Executive Vice President, Finance and Operations from November of 2007 to April of 2011, Melissa increased forecasting accuracy, improved pre-acquisition due diligence reporting, and developed sophisticated financial models to better analyze business operations. Previously, she served as Senior Vice President, Finance and Chief Financial Officer from 2001 to 2007, aiding the organization to become a public company during this time. From April of 1999 to August of 2001, she served as Vice President and Controller. From November of 1998 to March of 1999, Melissa served as the Manager of Planning and Analysis. Prior to joining the company in 1998, Melissa worked at Ernst & Young, which later became Baker Newman & Noyes, a Portland accounting firm, from 91 to 97. She served as a senior auditor and manager, overseeing audit personnel and general operations. In that role, Melissa specialized in serving entrepreneurial, fast-growing companies in Maine. She started her career at Bangor Hydro Electric Company as an internal auditor. Melissa currently serves on the Center for Grieving Children's Board of Directors. She's the co-founder of the Executive Women's Forum and is a volunteer for the Maine Cancer Foundation's Try for a Cure. Formerly, she chaired the Board of Directors of the Maine Kidney Foundation and served as treasurer for the Training Resource Center's Board of Directors. In May of 2012, the Girl Scouts of Maine named Melissa its 2013 Woman of Distinction, an accolade that honors an individual who makes a difference through her inspirational leadership and community action. In September of 2012, Melissa received the Maine Biz Women to Watch Award, which honors Maine-based executives for their continued success, strong leadership, and dedication to business. As an active marathoner and triathlete, Melissa has participated in the Beach to Beacon 10K, the Maine Cancer Foundation's Try for a Cure, and the Boston, Philadelphia, and Disney marathons. Melissa is an USAT certified coach and co-founder of She Jams, an organization created to bring together women of all ages and abilities who enjoy being active. A native of Wynne, Maine, Melissa earned a BS in Business Administration with a concentration in accounting, magna cum laude from the University of Maine at Orono. Melissa will be transitioning to the role of CEO on January 1st of 2014. Please join me in welcoming Melissa Smith.
I do well behind a podium. So you needed some energy after that very long introduction, so I'm sorry. So good morning to everybody. I am very happy to be here representing WEX. You know, it's a great thing to work for a company in Maine that thinks big. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our global expansion. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our people, because I think that's equally important. I work with some amazing people, and I'm going to highlight some of that today. So how many in the room think we're a trucking company? Raise a hand. It's like, this is the urban legend. Actually, when I go through customs, I've had this happen multiple times, and they'll see, in that case it was Ray Express. Oh, you work for Ray Express. It's a trucking company, right? I'm like, no. So today we're going to put to end that myth. So if you simplify what we do in the most basic form, we take complicated ways that businesses are making payments, and we simplify them for them. And it's really that simple. So we talk about, we streamline and modernize payment systems. You wouldn't necessarily heard of us because most of our business is business to business. We look for markets where we think we're going to be able to add a lot of value. And so that means markets that are either really big in size, like fleet and like travel, and also markets that have a high degree of complexity. And you can certainly say that's true in healthcare and in employee. So those are markets that we've targeted. They're markets that we're focusing on. And then what we do is we go in and we develop products that we think can create change. And an example of that, if you think of a fleet product, most of you think, what's the big deal? When I drive up to a fuel station, I pay with my consumer card, and not a big deal. But if you're a fleet, if you're a business, and what you're really interested in is you want to make sure that you can buy in the most efficient way, and you want to make sure that there's not misuse or fraud. So you want to make sure that someone's not filling up their family vehicle, as an example. And so we have products that do things like geofence, where you can actually determine if someone's using their card in a different location where the vehicle's located. We've got an app that any of you can download called Octane that shows you the lowest price of fuel in your geographic area. So people could actually take that and route their fleet based on where they want to be located. And sometimes that may be the most direct route, sometimes that may be the most inexpensive route. So we provide a whole host of tools that allow a fleet payment to be made efficiently.